this week's Parashá, we have the beginning, the first 7 of the 10 plagues. The concept 10 is very, very important in Torah. We're even taught, one verse says that all 10s are holy. When we say 10 something in the context of the Torah, what do we normally refer to? So one person will immediately identify 10 with the 10 commandments, the most important 10 in the Torah. The 10 commandments were given to Israel as the climax of the exodus of Egypt. That's another few weeks, another 3 weeks, we're going to come to Parashat Yitro when the 10 commandments were given to Israel. Many people will identify in the context of Torah 10 with the 10 sayings of creation. When God created the world, it says God said, let there be light, let there be a firmament, and so forth. There are 10 sayings of creation. Actually, the first one, according to the sages, is implicit, not explicit, because it's the very first word, Reshit, which does not explicitly say, and God said. But that word, in the beginning, God created heavens and earth, is also an implicit saying. And then it's followed by another 9 explicit sayings, that it says, and God said such and such. So the world was created with 10 sayings. This we have in Pirkei Avot and the Ethics of the Fathers. The Torah was given 10 commandments, and now we have something, a very important concept. Everybody knows about it, but it's not recognized and understood that the concept of the 10 plagues is actually an intermediate. Whenever you have two extreme sets or concepts, there must be something which connects them together. So in some very deep, mysterious way, the 10 plagues in Egypt, which were the preparation, actually the very ability for us to leave Egypt, or as the verse says, and the sages interpret, Naguf Rafo, Naguf Mitzrayim Rafo Israel, which is translated that by smiting the Egyptians, God healed the souls of the Jewish people and made the souls of the Jewish people ready and able to leave their slave mentality and become a free, liberated Jewish people. So once more, we're taught that the 10 plagues in some very, very deep way are an intermediate between the 10 sayings of creation and the 10 commandments at Sinai, at the giving of the Torah. How can we understand this? The 10 sayings of creation, God is creating nature. The Baal Shem Tov teaches us that in meditating, contemplating the wonders of nature, one of the purposes is that we ourselves, our souls, even though we are human beings, and we're very, very high on the ladder of the various kingdoms of creation. There's a mineral kingdom, a vegetable kingdom, an animal kingdom, and the human being. But upon contemplating God's wonders in creating the world, we are supposed to reach a state of existential equality, or as the Baal Shem Tov would say, that I, the human being, and the ant or the plant, or whatever it happens to be in creation, we're all exactly on the same level. We all were created by God with a purpose, a universal purpose, to serve God. And each part of creation serves God to the best of his ability. In a certain way, we the human beings, since we have free choice, we can be worse than the ant or the plant or the rock, because they never go against the will of the Creator. But we have free choice. We can't go against the will of the Creator. So once more, the service of meditating upon the 10 sayings of creation is to reach a state of humility, which is called hachna'ah in Hebrew, submission to the Creator. That actually, even though many things are being created, but there's one common denominator. There's always created lichvodo, to glorify or to give honor to the Creator. And in that sense, we're all equal. Even it says in the sages that in a certain way, since man was created last, so in a certain sense, he's the lowest level of creation. Because whatever was created first is a cause for that which comes afterwards. And the cause is always higher than that which is caused. So sometimes we say that the 6 days of creation are like an ascending ladder of organic or also inorganic forms. But in a certain sense, it's also a descending order. What about the Ten Commandments? We're going to go to the opposite extreme. The Ten Commandments are the absolute revelation of God in the context of His creation. The Ten Commandments begin with the word Anochi, I am God, your God, who has taken you out of the land of Egypt, the house of bondage. It's all a revelation of Anochi, which Chazal read, Anochi mish Anochi, I am that which I am, the essence of God. And all the Ten Commandments, they're commandments for us to perform, to do. But it's a divine revelation. When the Torah was given to Israel, the heavens opened, and God Himself was revealed. Obviously, that is not the revelation of the 10 plagues. It's certainly not the revelation of the 10 Commandments, of the 10 sayings of creation, the initial sayings of creation. What are the 10 plagues in between? The 10 plagues in between come to create a separation. We said, in meditating on the secrets of creation, in a certain sense, everything in the world is equal. It's all on an equal base. The 10 plagues are the first time in history that God is showing the world that there is a distinction between souls, that it's worth taking an Egyptian soul, which is in a certain sense an expression of negativity in the world, and smiting that negativity in order to heal the positive divine soul of Israel and to create a Jewish entity. That in Kabbalah is called separation, which follows submission. The absolute revelation of God is called sweetening. The Baal Shem Tov, the founder of Hasidut, says that any true process, spiritual process, must go through 3 stages. The first is submission, the second is separation, the third is sweetening. In Hebrew the words are hachna'ah, that means submission, havdalah is separation, hamtaka is sweetening. The separation stage is always an intermediate stage between the submission stage and the sweetening stage. When God is revealed, that's the whole of reality becomes sweet. When God creates the world, so once more, we're here to experience that we're all like little ants to God. There's no difference. We're all creatures of the same Creator, and our purpose is to fulfill His will equally. But the fact that there's separation between souls, that's a novelty, that's something new. But that's a necessary novelty in order to ultimately achieve the sweetening of the 10 Commandments, the giving of the Torah to Israel. So once more, the way that these 3 tens are understood, the 10 sayings of creation, then the 10 plagues, and then finally the 10 Commandments, is that this is one of the most important models in the whole Torah of the process that the Baal Shem Tov calls submission, separation, and sweetening.